This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Alright, I'm back, and I've been having serious technical difficulties. Game has been crashing left and right. My CPU was overheating. I have updated my video driver. I have restarted my computer multiple times. I have completely clean reinstalled the game. In fact, I should check to see if my settings are what I want. Why is level scaling on none? Why is level scaling on none and I can't change it? That's not what I want. These things are all the same. Some of my settings are not exactly the same, which is a little bit weird. Go back to main menu and see what we can do here. See what we can do about this level scaling. In fact, I'm gonna stop recording. Maybe. Now it doesn't even look like I can adjust level scaling from outside of the game. And when I go into this game, it didn't look like it was gonna let me either. Hello, Wansen27, how you doing? How you doing, Wansen? Why won't it let me change level scaling? I don't like that. Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do about it at this point. So I guess we'll just play.
Sure.
We talk to Wanglith.
Watcher.
Wanglith bows, tilting the crown of her golden head to you in greeting.
Do you seek a blessing from the light?
Not right now. Thank you. Alright, so we're exploring the town. There's this big central sort of stage thing. The Gaudy, turn your gaze. I have many tasks to finish. The skies shout in a full voice, I say. And there's a guy named Henrik, who is presumably some kind of merchant, since this is the market, quote-unquote.
Here you find civilization, Aimika. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive.
The jungle will eat you alive.
That is, Unless you prepare yourself, ne?
Show me what you have for sale.
A wise and prudent decision.
Alright, so this guy's got armor and stuff. Brigandine is nice. He's got weapons, he's got medium shields, he's got large shields. I wouldn't mind getting a large shield for Adair. 4 more points of deflection would be lovely. He's got more weapons, more weapons, more weapons, even more weapons. Wouldn't mind getting a hatchet for Adair instead of the dagger. That's 3 more deflection. Potions of minor healing, not too expensive. Shattered Vengeance, a club. A unique club. Exceptional quality. Has +5 accuracy, +30% damage, +8 more accuracy, +2 penetration. This is a beast mode club. Shards of Wudika, 33% chance to apply a stacking curse on the target, increasing their damage received. This club originates from the little-known sacking of Munga Waikinga, an obscure Rawatayan village. The villagers were taken by complete surprise when a band of slavers descended upon them. The slavers quickly overwhelmed the few guards and set to work rounding up the terrified people and killing those too old, too young, or too weak to fetch a good price at auction. One teenage girl, Lula Ko, was not about to allow the villains to harm her infant brother or enfeebled grandmother. Resolved not to surrender without a fight, she broke into the chapel of Wudika in the village common and plucked a torch from above the altar. She dipped it in pitch and smashed the priest's reflecting mirror, creating a club crowned in jagged glass. She prayed forgiveness from Wudika for her sacrilege and went out to confront the slavers. The girl's boldness surprised the slaver captain, and he was only able to laugh before Lula Ko killed him with a single blow to his head. The villagers, inspired by Lula Ko's bravery, revolted against their captors, winning the day against all odds. The people of Munga Waikinga forever honored the warrior child, as she and her sacred weapon were surely blessed by Wudika. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. That story, that club has a cool story behind it. Then there's a Physicker's Belt. 10% extra healing done and +1 to alchemy. That would be nice to have. Not too expensive. And there's some Swordsman's Bracers. 10% of incoming hits converted to grazers. That'd be great for our tank. Heavily scored by repeated blade stripes, these hardened leather guards have clearly withstood numerous melees. The wafting scent of fine oil rising from the bracers suggests that despite their weathered condition, they have been well cared for. And some Valian clothing. Alright. I'm gonna get Swordsman's Bracers. And a hatchet. And a large shield. Do I have anything to sell? I don't think I do have anything to sell right now. So Adair, I'm gonna equip this. Why did his deflection not go up? I guess it's only versus melee weapons, but it counts. Now he's up to a 52. There's a bigger shield. Medium shield and dagger. And he's gonna wear these Swordsman's Bracers.
Swords, shields, find them here.
Okay, lovely. He's even tankier now. Dawn Stars. I really like this town. Like, visually. I think it's very cool. I'm not gonna steal from this guy. Town looks really good. I'm at 71, 70, 71. I'm watching my CPU temperature like a hawk now because it overheated like a mug before. And I think it caused a major crash. I had to reboot my computer. Hard reboot. So I'm keeping an eye on it to make sure. Alright, Rinko.
Any of us could be next.
Oh? I cannot imagine who might wish to harm you, Mestre.
Alright, we've basically been everywhere in town now. Except for this house. Rinko's house. Speak to Nordegand. Help Zodi fulfill her duty. Speak to Nordegand. I finished Helping Hands. I finished Better Man, Drunk Sailor. Travel to Gorecki Street, located in the western part of Port Mage. Reach the dig site. Reach the dig site. Alright. Let's talk to these folks. Things were better in the republics. I mean to take this matter directly to the governor. We've got a Captain Darmo here.
Per complanca. Don't tell me you're here to complain too.
Come on now. The guardsman covers his face with his hand, groaning.
The virus. Are they recruiting right off the docks? You would think the Juana were storming the Kraken's Eye as we speak.
What's going on?
A fight, Mestra. One of the Juana women attacked a merchant. He has come out the worst for it.
He jerks a thumb toward the nearby door.
Now every nationale in town wets himself in terror of losing his coin to the Aumaua. We would bring in the thief, but Clario would not have us march into the village and defend Ikawa.
A valiant term for a nosy person. Nacional.
Much longer, and I do not think any of us will have a choice in the matter. If you wanted the details of it, speak to Rinko himself. He will delight in telling you the tale.
Darmo makes a sharp, frustrated hand gesture and turns away. Let's check it out. This game looks so nice. Tori is here. Apparently I can take some stuff. This chart appears to outline some kind of mining operation. Numbers in the nearby ledger seem to allude to volume, though of precisely what isn't clear. Valiant clothing and a Valiant hat. Oh, we got a jaunty hat! Jaunty hat! Oh, dude, that's so jaunty. Like, it's too jaunty. I can't be that jaunty. What does the Valiant clothing look like? Looks tasteful. Some rum. Some copper and a book. Well, you know we're gonna read the book. 3 books. It's book reading time. Book reading time. Animancy in the Modern Age. You know, I've read this book in Pillars 1. I guess I'll reread books even if I've read them in Pillars 1. Animancy in the Modern Age. Animancy is a science both respected and reviled, sometimes by the same person. For all the research done on the topic, we still know so little. Control over life itself. Something animancers have been working toward for hundreds of years. There are no real records of how the practice of animancy was first discovered, but once the spark of knowledge ignited, there was no stopping its inevitable discoveries. In 2260 AI, animancers, as a result of their extensive research, successfully contained and transferred a soul. The subject of the experiment, whose name is unknown, was young and wealthy, but infirm. The idea was to move his soul from the dying body and into that of a recently deceased man who had suffered an accident. The new body, bearing only slight decay, would house the soul, giving the man a much better life. The outcome of this experiment resulted in the condemnation and outlaw of animancy in the Adiran Empire. Again, while we have no true records of what happened, as they were all destroyed after animancy was outlawed, a journal was discovered, a makeshift confession by one of the participants. Excerpts from that journal follow. 2260 AI, Von Prima, 16. It is done, and the gods forgive us for our arrogance. I am not sure what I was expecting. Certainly not that. But what did any of us expect? Still, behind the revulsion there is a sense of pride, something I can't deny. All the research, the studying, everything we worked for, we thought we'd change the world. How it's changed. All was in place. The twisted form lying on the table next to its new vessel. The equipment had been repaired. Prepared, not repaired. The tinctures and potions all carefully crafted. Every detail painstakingly organized to ensure success. We most assuredly succeeded. The procedure went exactly as it should. The soul, extracted from the old body, held, bound in place to prevent it from moving on. Then the next step, transfer to the fresh vessel. It was beautiful and terrifying. I listened as they spoke the words of binding. I watched the soul move. Not the soul itself, of course, but the vapor we used to detect it, as it lowered into the vessel. A gentle luminescence covered the body, and then nothing. Silence. Darkness. I held my breath, afraid that even the slightest disturbance would destroy all our hard work. Then motion. Then, dear gods, then blood. How did I survive? I do not know. The vessel rose from the slab and the room breathed. Every person crowded around the tables exhaled. Some cheered. We had made life from death. We had become eternal. The body closed its eyes and tilted its head, looking for all purposes to be listening for something. Or to it. Then its eyes popped open and it moved. Its lips peeled back from its teeth in a horrible expression of fury. It fell on the nearest man, tearing his throat, knocking him to the ground. Then the room erupted into screams, shouts, and a flurry of bodies running, pushing, doing everything in their power to get away from the creature sitting on their colleague. But right before that happened, in the split second before the chaos, there was nothing in the air but a stunned, terrified silence. I heard it. Sitting there on his chest, face at his neck, and it was feasting. Fucking animancy, always causing problems. So they created a fucking ghoul, basically. Good job, Animancers. The enigmatic god of cold. This will be about Remergond. Young students are often confused by Bareth and Remergond's seemingly overlapping roles in holding dominion over death. Bareth oversees the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Remergond oversees the cold, destructive act of death itself. This difference is often difficult for novices to appreciate until they've lost a loved one and endured the absence for a time. It is Bareth that determines we will be reborn just as certainly as we will die. But Remergond is the executioner's axe. Remergond shows us that all life ends in stillness. I need only show them the symbol of Remergond. The bone-white aurochs skull found carved within the most ancient of Ingwithan ruins. It is a symbol of death and doom in every culture. Any child with 4 winters under his belt needs no introduction to the ancient symbol. Remergond embodies not just death, but all manifestations of collapse, be they famine, plague, or simple bad luck. Remergond is a primal god, silent and inscrutable as death itself. He makes himself known with his passing, not by proclamation. There are innumerable stories of the god's terrifying passage through the lands of Eora. When the beast of winter stirs, bitter winds and beastly howling follow the creature's every move. Wherever the beast plants a hoof, all life withers into dust. The faithful of Remergond insist that even another god's life can end in stillness. They claim the other gods must flee from the beast of winter's mastery over death, but we know not if this boast holds true. Though the beast of winter is shrouded in snowy clouds, those who have seen the shaggy white monster claim that the souls of the fallen can be seen clinging, or perhaps frozen, to the beast's fur. The dwarves of the boreal south have numerous stories that tell a similar plot. A brash hero seeks out the beast of winter to rescue the souls trapped in its fur. It's got souls in its fur? These tales never end well, for even if the hero saves his beloved soul, the hero dies in the process. For it is not a proper tale of Remergond unless the hero's life ends in stillness. And finally, we've got Glonfathan Customs. Glonfathan customs can seem primitive and unsophisticated to some, but all customs begin with a ritual or a superstition, so why should theirs be considered less than any other? If they are examined closely, Glonfathan's celebrations stem from a deep and rich culture, and all tie into their history in a significant way. The Festival of the Ancients. What's up, Chimerical Jim? Welcome back. This is why you never trust anything described as slightly decayed, right? The Festival of the Ancients take place during spring dawn, and is a time to celebrate the Glonfathan's settling in Air Glonfath. It is a simple 3-day ceremony that is mostly centered on feasts. These feasts are set up around the ruins scattered through Air Glonfath. Wreaths made from tree branches and flowers are placed at the ruins, and prayers are said to the gods, thanking them for health and prosperity. The Cleansing. The Cleansing started as a protest, recreating the hardships wrought upon the Glonfathans by the Adiran colonists when they started settling the Deerwood. It has morphed over the years and is now used more as a game mixed with a teaching tool to inform your Glonfathans, I think it means young Glonfathans, about the history of their people. The cleansing takes place on New Year and Mid-Year, and now acts as a metaphor for real events instead of a recreation of the events themselves. Zorup effigies are placed throughout the forest, hollow clay shells filled with sweets and gifts. The children then search the woods for the effigies and destroy them, cleansing the forest, so they Glonfathans can move in and occupy the areas. After the area has been cleared, they gather for a celebration and feast where the elders tell the young members the true story of their people's history. It's kind of a grim holiday. Holiday of the Black Tree. A combination of a day of remembrance and celebratory feast, the Holiday of the Black Tree is held on the second day of autumn falling, when the trees are still colorful but losing their leaves, and the land is becoming cold and dark. Glenfathans use the day to tell the story of the War of the Black Trees, and remember those who were lost. During the morning, the adults hang elaborate garlands from the tree branches. The garlands are made from red, orange, and yellow flowers, and represent the flames that swept through the forests of Air Glonfath, destroying everything in their paths. After a morning of fasting and reflection, the children are set to run through the trees, tearing down the garlands and bring them back to the feast, decorating the tables with wildflowers, turning the horror of war into something beautiful. Then they eat, cheering the peace they now have with the Deerwooden people, and toast to many more years of peace to come. Also of note, in Glonfathan culture, is their abundance of traveling customs. Being a semi-nomadic people, they practice customs to ensure their safety while on the move. Traveling customs. If you are taking a quick trip, purchase a gift for someone you are visiting, and leave it at your home. If something important is left undone, such as giving a gift to a loved one, you will always return to finish the task. If you are taking a longer trip, leave remembrances of your trip, no matter how well you know the road. Drop some pebbles along the way, or tie ribbon to the tree branches. Mark your path away, and you'll always have a safe and easy trip back. Evil spirits and dangerous creatures are everywhere in our world. If you decorate your cart with masks, they will scare away any danger that might otherwise approach. But you must decorate your cart anew every trim, or the evil won't be fooled by your ruse. Alright. Interesting customs. Glenfathan's kind of a strange people. We read some books. I think the last one was invented by a cunning mask salesman, right? It's just a holiday invented by the mask industry to sell more masks. By Big Mask. I got some palm stone. You can eat it, apparently. Removing the stringy husk reveals a wooden nut about the size and shape of a cannonball. That's a big fucking nut. A cannonball? That would really get you full. Cracking the shell exposes tender white flesh and a well of tangy juice. I guess it's just a coconut, basically, right? I mean, it's a coconut. The prize is well worth the labor. Palmstone is quite tasty, though overconsumption can lead to digestive distress. A koiki fruit. Known as corpse fruit to most foreigners, this fleshy melon is a common staple among the Huana. Nutritious but stinky, it can be eaten fresh or dried. Minus 15% recovery time is a nice buff. And some more hardtack. I'm not sure why this person doesn't mind me looting their house, but I'll take it. Some oil. Pressed from seeds and nuts, or rendered from special oil palms, it is used for both cooking and fuel. What can I craft at this point? I really wish I could expand out and show only things I have the ingredients for. I could make some Deadeye or some Ripple Sponge. I like how this doesn't tell me what the thing actually does. Ah, that's how I do it. Wow, Ripple Sponge is nice. Free Perception, Resolve, and Intellect. I can't make any of these foods. I could make... Oh, wow. Forgetful Night is really good for your crew. They fucking love that shit. Oh, it's a mix of Arak and Grog. Glazed Chops. Food be loving that shit. So this is all stuff that if you combine all this stuff to make this, you can make some extremely high quality food. Even this is all +5. But I don't have any of the stuff to make any of this. I've almost got enough for a hearty breakfast. I just need 2 more eggs. Wow, hearty breakfast is nice. What do I need for antidote? A bunch of stuff I don't have. What do I need for a tiny healing potion? To Andratara, a Zorip Tongue, and a Bareth spell. Alright. What do I need for a scroll of... There's no scroll of Restore? Scroll of Minor Healing. To Andratara, Ratiti Root, and Palm Slats. Okay, cool. So the only thing I could make are a couple of drugs that I don't really want to make at this point. Corpse's fruit to wash down the pox caps. Yes, delicious, delicious corpse fruit and pox caps. Who named this shit? Ooh, there's a little... Oh, but see, they don't want me taking whatever's in there. Alright, let's speak with Tori, whoever this small person is. I'm only at 65 degrees right now. That's good. It's real good.
Mama brings me stuff from her work sometimes. Real old stuff. I'm keeping Papa company till he's better. Mama brings me stuff from her work sometimes. Real old stuff.
Who's there?
Just somebody who's here to not steal your stuff. Apparently the stuff in the front room is free for all visitors. The stuff in here is like, no, this is my shit. Rinko.
Hey.
Tori, is that you? Wait, who are you?
He doesn't look very happy. He's probably been eating pox caps. The figure in the bed is a young Valian man. The first thing you notice is that he seems to have been severely beaten. One eye is nearly swollen shut, and where his skin is revealed, it is a patchwork of livid bruises. He groans and winces as he props himself up, glaring up at you with one good eye.
I know exactly how he feels. And I beat up a lot of folks just the same way.
Sodi likes that. Her eyes gleam with a dark amusement.
Come to laugh? Madiko, this would not have stood in Ozia.
It's an expletive or curse. Dude, Chimerical Jim, I don't think you were here at the time. They had one of these Valian phrases earlier, and when I looked at the mouse over text, it literally just said, "Fuck this." I wish I remembered the phrase because it's super great that they have a phrase that means "fuck this." He yanks at the bedsheet, trying to cover himself. If I wanted to use history, I could make fun of this guy. If I wanted to just make fun of this guy without history, I could. What happened to you?
Iswana. They are an unreasonable people. I was enjoying a night of cards when one of them attacked me, out of nowhere. I had not spoken a word to her, the mad devil. Look what she did to me. My ear.
He turns his head, and you see that there is a scabbed over notch where a chunk of flesh has been torn away from his left ear. Okay. Mike Tyson is in the game, confirmed.
When the fighting is over, she takes my coin purse and strides away, bold as anything.
That's awful. Yeah, you should always ditch the jewelry before a fight.
Well, clearly you have more compassion than the host of cackling fools that watched the whole thing. The governor lets the Juana do as they please, and this is the result. I should be out there, helping to find our people. My wife, Zenetta, she is out there, and I...
He gestures feebly with an arm, grimacing.
Listen, I am without other means. She took my coin purse, my wages. How am I to pay the governor? How am I to feed my son?
His already bruised, purpled face reddens further.
That woman should be in the stocks. The guards do nothing. But you've heard me out at least. Do me the kindness of retrieving that coin purse, and I will give you what I can spare.
Maybe I can reason with this woman. Where should I start?
They call her Mokeha. I imagine she's back in her village, feeling proud of herself, no doubt. Follow the road as it bends north. Then west. You can't miss it. A pile of sticks and straw.
With that, he sags back against the mattress, clearly exhausted. We got another quest. Burning bridges. Tensions are running high between the Huana tribe and the Valian settlers of Port Mage in the wake of the storm. One of the Valians claims to have been violently accosted by a Huana warrior. Rinko, one of the vendors at the local market, claims to have been having a friendly round of cards at the tavern when he got into a fight with Mokeha, a high-ranking Huana villager. He came out of that fight the clear loser. Bedridden, Rinko's asked me to retrieve the money Mokeha stole in exchange for a portion of the winnings. Rinko suggested I could find Mokeha in the Huana village to the northwest of Port Mage. Mage. It's Mage. Alright.
Most days I'd fire up the kettle for you or something. Sorry.
I'm keeping Papa company till he's better.
Alright. Well, we've done everything and talked to everybody on this map. I wonder if you can go to different parts of town by going out these ways. I think maybe you can. Now this might just lead back to the world map. Let's find out. Map. World map. Oh my god! Look at this! There's a map, a cool map of just this town. Oh my god, this is awesome. And it's even got like, oh my god, it's got like the fucking demographic info and stuff. This is cool. This is really cool. It is beautiful. Alright, and there's at least 3 different districts we can go to. The Huana part, Gorechi Street, and the Port Mage Harbor. It's a colonial port town. It has 3,200 people. The religions are Ondra, Wudica, and Eothas. Imports are wheat, silk, leather, cotton textiles, animancy equipment, and marble. Exports are palm oil, Vorlus, arak, rice, fish, and Ingwithan relics. Its government is a chartered ducal governorship. The ruler is Governor Giasis Clario, who we know. It's 51% Amawa, so it's okay, so it's a lot of Amawa, and 45% ocean folk, and only 4% other. So if I want to leave town on foot, it should take me back to the, like, world map. Except that doesn't seem to do anything. Do you hear the sound kind of jumping and skipping a little bit right now? The music? Or is that only happening in my headphones? What does this do? Oh. You can buy supplies right from the map. That'll be convenient when we're just sailing around and we need to stop and grab some supplies for the ship. Alien hull breaker. Ooh, cannons. Your wooden hognose, a different kind of cannon. Iron Thunderer, a different kind of cannon. Special sails that give you different stats for your ship. It's pretty neat. But how come I can't leave town on foot? Sorry, the town is unleavable. It is a little bit weird that I can't leave town on foot. Maybe I have to go to Gorechi Street to leave town because of the way the map is laid out. I wonder what this symbol means. Is this like the crest of the town or whatever? Alright, well, we're going to Gorechi Street. It will take me 54 minutes. Alright? Sound seems alright as far as you can tell, but perception is my IRL dump stat. Okay. I think it's just my Bluetooth headphones. My cheap Bluetooth headphones. Occasionally, the reception on them gets spotty. As you make your way along through the side streets of Port Maje, you come upon visible traces of the storm's passing. Many of the houses here boast cracked window panes and sagging awnings, and you pass narrow streets strewn with foliage and debris. The cobblestones beneath your feet are still slick with water and silt. Alright, this looks like quite a fucking flood. I love this, that it shows what everybody's stats and skills are, so you can select the proper person to do a task. Before long, you are ankle deep in sucking mud and loose stones. The flooding only worsens up ahead, where the water level rises to the knees. Most of Port Maje's residents have fled this region for dry land. But the murmur of raised voices ahead and the occasional splash suggest that you are not entirely alone. So are we now? Yeah, we're at Gorechi Street. So it's all flooded. Wow. This looks really good, and I don't even have high quality shadows and high quality ocean on. Or glow effect, or ambient inclusion, and I'm only on medium graphics quality. And it looks pretty damn nice. I'm at 67 degrees on my CPU, so I'm happy about that. Dude, they even have a waiting animation. Look how silly they walk when they're in water. Silly waiting walk. Has to be here. She must have hit it. Ah, looters. I have a feeling we may be getting into a scuffle. A tussle, if you will. Oh, I found a hidden thing in the well bucket. Don't let him leave. We can't have witnesses. We got a robe here. How do we feel about this robe? It looks a little fucking threadbare, doesn't it? I think we're gonna stick with the jaunty outfit. Oh, they're just straight up hostile. Beneficial effects slog zone. Cannot run. Alright. Well, if they just want to fight us, that's fine. We'll test that. We'll see how good my AI scripts that I made for these two work. Whilst they're gonna just run on AI, and I'm gonna control my character. So, I want to start things out right. With a little bit of whisper of treason. Okay, this is not what's supposed to be happening. He's supposed to be tanking them both. This guy's just going for us. Going for me, specifically. This one's now charmed for 25.5 seconds. I'm gonna run away now. Let's see what Zodi does. Now, did he cast his buff on himself? He didn't. She cast the buff on him that she was supposed to. He has Prayer for the Body. But he apparently did not use Disciplined Barrage. And I don't understand why. He's supposed to use it. Let's take a look at his AI here. He's supposed to use it on himself if he's threatening anyone in melee on a 20-second cooldown. Does that mean he'll wait 20 seconds in the beginning of combat to use it? Because that's lame, if so. Threatening anyone in melee. This guy is charmed for another 19 seconds. But whatever, let Adir do what he wants. I'm going to, what just happened to me? Who am I getting hit by? Oh, Shodi immediately healed me, though. So her healing script is working. I just realized something. He's skilled with medium shields, not with heavy. So he doesn't have his modal anymore. Because each type of shield actually has its own special thing. Did he have the discipline required when he first threatened someone? Yeah, because he still has 4 discipline unspent. He hasn't even used knockdown. He's not using any skills. And I don't understand why. His AI is on. This is active. He's not using knockdown or discipline barrage. Who shot me? Because isn't the one person just charmed? Let's just watch what happens. Alright. Let's wait for the charm to run out and see what happens. Oh, there's another one over here. Alright, that's the one that shot me. Maybe we can get Adair to get involved here. Adair, did you wanna maybe do a thing?
Never you mind that, miss. I'll land the next
What the hell's going on here? Why didn't Adair go over and attack that one? What's wrong with him? His AI is all stupid right now, apparently. Now, Shodi, on the other hand, she healed as soon as she was supposed to heal. Well, for fun, let's test out Blessed Harvest. Blessed Harvest missed, unfortunately, with a roll of 2. He just used Knockdown, which is good. And he used Discipline Barrage. Okay. So, I don't know why he waited so long. Maybe it's because of the cooldown thing. Alright, I have a better idea than putting a cooldown on it. What I'm gonna do is we'll keep self-threatening anyone in melee. We'll make a cooldown of 0. But then what we'll do is we'll put a conditional on it. It gives you a perception buff. So we'll put a conditional on it. Self has inspiration, perception, not. So he'll only use it if he doesn't have the buff. That'll prevent him from just using it over and over like an idiot. Well, presumably that's what will happen. Let's see if Shodi heals. Alright, she used Holy Radiance. Because her health was low. What else can I do? I can do all kinds of cool shit. Let's drop an eye strike on this guy. Actually, let's just shoot him. I jibbed him with a crit for 29. I don't suppose we have a bestiary entry for looters. Nah, we don't. They're just people. Alright, well that went pretty well despite some strangeness with the AI.
I shall.
Ooh, a magic item. We've got some Mother of Pearl here. Mother of Pearl can be scraped from the outer layer of pearls, though it is most commonly harvested from the shells of some clams and sea snails. It is prized for its subtle iridescence and is often used to create jewelry or as an inlay for wooden furniture and instruments. And we've got this necklace that I just picked up, which apparently is in Shodi's personal inventory. It's a protective Eothasian charm. This small cameo holds an engraved image of 3 stars upon it. The wearing on one side suggests that it was often held during fervent prayer. Gives plus perception, and when near death, grants health over time and reduces incoming damage when the wearer is near death. Ooh. Ooh, when near death you get 5 health per 3 seconds for 15 seconds and a 75% damage reduction for 12 seconds. Well, that is going on our tank. That is going right on our tank.
Well,
it's a nice item.
Some ladies.
I shall make it.
Oh, look how much stuff the corpses have. A hunting bow, some padded armor, a hood, a Valoon. Valoon's namesake is a yellow-orange fruit found in Old Valia. Yeah, it's working, Amaranth. I'm only 67 degrees right now. It hasn't crashed yet, and I've been playing for like almost an hour. These clear gemstones bear a similar yellow-orange color, and are often cut like rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. Most of the world's known Valoon mines have long since dried up, and the stone has become one of the most sought after in recent years. Lockpicks, an arquebus, more padded armor, a hood, some gold coins. A rare coin, even the Valian Republic's. The Golden Oblate is a large gold coin. It is mostly used by the extremely wealthy. How wealthy can it be if it's only worth 18 copper pieces? I mean, it doesn't seem like that big of a jump. A hatchet, some pyrite. Pyrite's lustrous appearance has given it the moniker Gilded Folly, though it shares none of gold's malleability or value. It sparks when struck against steel, however, making it invaluable as an ignition source and a healing potion. I like the fact that they added the area loot. Alright, why is all this going to my personal inventory? Send this crap to the stash. We're still in Slog Zone. Ooh, there's a ghost. What is this? Kind of looks like it was a church or something. A chapel or some kind. Let's talk to the ghost.
Something must be wrong with my vision. No matter how much I blink, I cannot make out more than blurry lights in the darkness. But you are quite blinding.
What's the last thing you remember?
Pain. I came to help one of the traders gather her belongings. then other men came. They struck me over and over. Is that why I cannot see?
I'm sorry, but you're dead. Come with me, I'll help you.
Dead? Oh, but this is terrible.
The spirit sighs, wispy shoulders slumping.
Let me ease this one's pain, Watcher.
Oh, she's harvesting. Dark eyes solemn. Shodi circles her lantern around the departed soul. Shodi harvested a soul on Gorechi Street near Port Mage. Ooh, look at the light from the lantern. That is the light from her lantern, right? Yeah, it is. Cool. Some cave coral and some hammer and chisel. Where does this lead? Back to the world map. So now I bet we could leave on foot. Alright, I don't want to exit the city. Just wanted to see if I could. Another ghost. A lot of people died in this area.
Hey.
Either the former inhabitants or looters have taken most of the home's contents. A few scraps of detritus float upon the dark waters.
Nothing but endless grey mist. This is not the afterlife I was promised.
What did you expect?
Something. Endless bounty and warmth and happiness for a start. Instead, I still feel waterlogged, chilled down to my bones. You seem to know where you are going.
The soul crosses ethereal arms over her chest.
Watcher, you're talking to a lost soul, aren't you? I'll just shine them the light real quick.
The lantern rattles as Shodi swings it overzealously between you, siphoning in the spirit's essence. She's just harvesting all kind of souls. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. This whole letting her harvest the souls thing may turn out to be terrible. There's... oh, here we go. This is the street thug guy that we're here to see. We need to talk him out of being so bad or whatever. Adair, I'm gonna need you to go chat these people up. Ilari's the boss here, not me. You want to talk? Talk to Ilari. Alright, let's talk to Ilari.
To get this lost, Aimika, you must have been trying real hard.
Interesting that he said that. Oh, he's an elf. He said that line because I'm a pale elf. I wonder what he says if you're not a pale elf. I guess what he's saying is, because pale elves are from the White That Wends, and that's really far away, it's unusual to see a pale elf here, and that's why he's saying I'm this lost. The young elf's hand drops to the pistol in his belt, palming the grip. The faintest hint of a sneer plays about his lips as he watches you, unblinking. What are you doing here?
Ekosi, this is my street. That doesn't change after a little rain. That's Stormspeaker. She didn't concern herself much with this place, did she?
He kicks at the water, splashing noisily. Ekosi is a Valiant expression meaning excuse me.
Me and my gang, we keep the peace here, and the locals pay their dues. Nothing here now but what they left behind.
Savia sent me. She needs you to put a stop to the looting. Ilari snorts, his nose wrinkling. He regards you for a moment longer in expectant silence. Then he throws his head back, letting out a braying, unpleasant laugh.
Merle, she must be desperate. Not so desperate as to come here, on her knees to beg for herself, but she sent you. No, there's my answer. I get my cut. There's no sense in ruining a good thing.
I'll show you a cut. I can give him money, or I can use my diplomacy skill, which is a 6 right now because of party assist. Help her out this once, and Savia will owe you a favor.
A favor? Merle, I should buy her dinner. Maybe.
Mid-chortle, Ilari's brows draw together. He runs a thumb along his jaw, frowning.
Done. I'll do it. Bon Piaco. Can't be too bad, having a commander in your pocket.
Bon Piaco is a Valian expression meaning, my pleasure.
Tell Savia this isn't permanent. Second the water clears up and things are back to normal, we're through. I'll spread the word. Gorechi Street is under lawful protection now.
Restoring order. And off they go, waiting. I convinced Ilari to take charge of Gorechi Street and prevent any more looting. Commander Savia will want to hear of this. GJ. All that waiting. Waiting for Godot. Oh, just having a look. No harm in that, right? Some salt, some hagfish, and some bloat-belly eel. Bloat-belly eel, widely considered little more than a bait fish due to its unpalatable taste and chewy texture, can make for a meal, provided it is heavily salted and deep-fried. One can never be sure if the cook has completely removed the bloat-belly's deadly venom sacs, however, so care must be taken when enjoying this Delver's Row delicacy. Somewhere beneath the gullet is a loose confederation of thugs, thieves, black marketeers, and other seedy individuals. Known as Delver's Row, it is a place where most things can be found for the right price, and word always travels quickly. I'm assuming this is in Nekataka, the big city of this game. Heavily salted and deeply fried. Yeah. Yum. Although, something called bloat-belly eel does not sound very delicious to me. Okay, well there's nothing else in Gorechi Street. Apparently. Let's go back to the harbor. And, ooh. What? Clicking on a location shows you what's there, too? Or I can travel specifically to a certain spot, is what it's looking like. I don't want to travel to Gorechi Street. Port Mage Harbor. So you're telling me, if I click on one of these, it'll travel me right to that place. I forgot where she was. Where was she? Was she at the jail? I think she was at the jail. 1 hour, 22 minutes. I like that it shows you what's there and you can travel to a specific place. Yeah. Oh, it literally put me inside the jail. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't have to, like, loading screen into the town and then loading screen into the jail.
Keeping out of trouble? A little jest. What is it?
I convinced Ilari to keep watch on Gorechi Street.
Perfetto. He's a little shitne, but a lazy one. He will not cause trouble if he does not have to.
Belfetto is a Valian expression meaning, well done.
Easier to work with a familiar face for the moment. I can deal with him later. So, we have one small part of Port Mage under control. A good start. Well, here you are, for your time. If I had 10 women like you, the whole of Port Mage would be set right within the week.
Task completed. Gained 1100 copper and some experience. Very nice. Feeling good about it. I handled the Gorechi Street situation for Savia. It's one less thing for her guards to deal with.
Keeping out of trouble? A little jest. What we lost no one to the storm, but something you wanted?
Shorty wants to talk.
Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around.
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
I did, recently with you. You were walking the depths of the ocean, but you didn't drown. And in your hand, you gripped the key to Aora's end.
Her face alights with a fierceness.
I've seen stars wreathing a statue's brow, and souls flowing like tears over gleaming Audra.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
And then my god headed into the heart of the storm, where he could find the darkness. Tell me what's on your mind? We talking during the Saints' War?
Alright, we've already talked about all this.
No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening. Yeah, it's best we gotta move on.
Alright. So all that is done.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Alright. So I guess it's time to go find Mokeha. So we need to go to the Huana village part of town. Satahuzi. 3 hours and 3 minutes. We've got some delicious...
Oh, now I've dreamed of this place.
Some delicious rahi pods. These bright red pods grow wild in wetlands and tropical forests. In order to germinate, the seeds must be burned. Rahi pods secrete an oil that will self-ignite given proper conditions. During the wet season, small rahi fires are common. The inherent danger of these natural conflagrations is mitigated by constant rainfall. The rahi seed clusters are mildly toxic and are mostly utilized for producing mouth char, a local narcotic. Satahuzi. Kuaru craftsman.
What do you need?
Traders whine and cry. Do they forget how to hunt? I'm not sure. Apparently, we got some quill leaf. The leaves of the quill bush are white, green, and waxy. When cut, they produce a clear, sweet-smelling fluid, prized for its application in medicine, alchemy, and the mundane practice of freshening the air. Each leaf tapers to a fine, rigid point, making the bush a constant hazard for those trudging through the underbrush with exposed legs. Kind of like aloe. Okay, this is somebody's stuff. Let's leave it alone. Do the gods send you many omens? There's the storm speaker, Ikawa. There's a Mataru warrior. I bet she's gonna have a quest for me.
Yeah?
If not for Ikawa, the Valians would all be swept out to sea. Ikawa blunts her teeth speaking to this Clario. He does not care for us. Seated upon a chair before the bonfire, Ikawa looks considerably more comfortable here in her home village. She prods absently at the coals with a long stick. Ikawa's lined face is pocked with fading scars, but there's no hostility in her calm appraisal as you approach.
I have had it shown to me, on a map, the lands at the edge of the world. I did not ever think to meet a woman from such a place.
That's cool, because I'm from the White That Wends.
They told me what became of your ship. I say again that you are lucky. It is the only ship that survives. I could protect Port Mage, or else its ships, but not both. Perhaps Clario thinks I chose poorly.
So she protected the town from the storm, but she couldn't protect the ships. That's why all the ships got wrecked. So if you were a Mawa from the Deadfire, you could say something special. I could use 2 in Insight, or 12 in Perception. I guess you and the governor don't really get along.
Better than it may seem. Clario can be reasoned with, especially if one approaches him with coin in their pocket. He is not a cruel man. I suspect he might even enjoy life on the island if he were free of his masters.
It doesn't look like the storm did much damage here.
To a storm speaker, the storm is a friend, gentled by a word. And Satahuzi is blessed with several storm speakers. We were able to shield the village from much of the weather. Some of it is mere luck. Most of our canoes were here by the shore. We did lose one of our voyagers. It will take some work to replace it.
Why do you do business with the Valians?
Akira, do not all people trade for the same reason? The Valians have brought us guns, medicine, wine and food. Some of them we have even convinced to help with the canoes.
Akira is a Huana term of agreement and emphasis.
My people have come to enjoy these things. The medicine has helped many of the children recover from fever. We gain from this peace. So long as Clario keeps his company masters away, we lose little.
Okay. Did your people see the giant?
Yes, one of the old titans, say the priests. Andra is angry. The why, our priests do not know. I am only glad it has journeyed elsewhere.
Titan, you say?
Ngati, Andra's realm, harbors many great beasts. They say the ancestors of the Kahanga tribe, and so their queen, hold pacts with such creatures. My priests wonder if this is her doing. Yes, one of the old titans, say the priests. Andra is angry. The why, our priests do not know. I am only glad it has journeyed elsewhere.
That giant is Eothas. I need to know where he's going.
Eothas. Is it redemption you seek, then? You risk much to chase a god across the sea. The Dawn Stars, too, wish to meet this god. What if he does not wish to be found? Yes, one of the old
titans. Do you know
which
way it went?
I do not know. Most fled the sight of it, and Clario has provided little information. This was the subject of our argument. Perhaps he will tell you more.
Is there any way you can help me free my ship?
Yes, but it will take Clario's assistance. Convince him, and I will aid you.
Why wait on Clario's word?
You are one of his people now. It falls on him to protect you.
Mokeha is causing trouble in town. Ikawa sighs deeply and folds her hands in her lap.
Mokeha is proud, like her father. Each day this alliance tests her patience. What has happened?
Ah, because I'm insightful enough, I realize that it's her daughter. Is she your daughter?
She shares my blood, my caste, my temper. But she is a daughter of the tribe. It is different among our people.
Ah, so this is a people who go by the whole it takes a village to raise a child sort of thing. I just need her to return what she stole.
Mokeha is no thief. She has all she needs here. What need has she to steal?
Ikawa's tone does not brook argument.
The Valians must be mistaken. Speak with her. You will see.
Never mind. Alright. Here's Namai.
Amura's winds blow sweet upon you. Amura's winds blow sweet upon you.
Got some more Spire Sponge. Can make those good sponge drugs out of that. Some delicious, delicious sponge drugs. Mokeha's Lodge. More sponge. Apparently they don't mind me taking their sponge. Chieftain's Lodge. Clusters of coral dot the watery landscape with bright blooms of color. I like this, like, decorated, the painted door and everything. Hey, there goes Mokeha. She just left her house and went off on a little journey. Maybe because of the hour. Sponges are a gateway to harder flannel drugs. Be careful. Let's go in her house while she's not home. That's not creepy at all. Well, we're not going to steal her stuff. That's just not the kind of character I'm running. So there's nothing to do in here at the moment. So if I wanted to get her alone, presumably I could wait. The hell was that sound effect? Where'd she go? Presumably I could, wait until a certain hour when she would go home. So many mouths to feed. How do the Valians do it? Hey, a child. The Valians drop coins in the sand when they're drunk. Are you a captain? There's Micaiah. She's just kind of wandering around. Like if I was gonna kick her ass or something, I could wait until she's back at home alone, maybe. But I'm not gonna try to kick her ass, so we should be okay with just talking to her here.
I do not know you.
Oh shit, I skipped one. The Amawa woman steps sideways, angling herself towards you, and meets your gaze with an intense stare. Her voice is quiet, but each word is clipped and harsh.
You were looking for Kawa?
If I was an Amawa, or a dwarf, or an Orlan, I could say something. Rinko says that you robbed him during a card game.
Rinko?
She scoffs in a guttural burst of sound.
The Valian? You jest, Akira. I should have thrown him into the sea. He dares to call me a thief?
I mean, what really happened? You admit to beating him. Intimidate or bluff. Oh, I could Nox bluff. It's a shady thing to say. I like the icon for shady. Why don't you tell me what really happened?
What else? The Valians are fools. But Akawa wishes to trade, so we must be patient. We must save them from Nagate's storms, even when they ignore our advice. Ikawa told me I should see the tavern, speak with their people, learn patience. The trader Eothas, she taught me to play Valian cards. A simple game, but none would play with me in the tavern, not until Rinko. I thought him kind until I proved the victor, and he grew angry. Until he stood in front of his kin and called me a Mataru of Satahuzi, a filthy islander and a cheat.
The Mataru is the highest class of Huana society, consisting primarily of warriors and priests. Tribal chieftains traditionally rise from the warrior ranks. The Mataru shoulder the responsibility of governing the other castes, and determining the practical and spiritual needs of the tribe. I don't know if I like the idea of somebody else determining my spiritual needs.
For that, yes, I beat him. Why does this concern you?
I have a feeling that Rinko might have lied to me. Maybe he didn't, though. Without that coin, Rinko will lose his home.
Don't be foolish. Clario will see to him.
Priest of Skane. Here I can use some diplomacy or some intellect. But I'm not going to. Rinko has a child to feed. It's not as if you need his money.
Why did this not prevent him playing at cards in the first place? Are all Valians so mad for coin? So then, what am I to do? I did not wish him dead.
Oh, I can challenge her. Give me the coin purse and we'll call it square.
Huh. Then here's what you came for, though it is an uneven trade.
She considers the coin purse in her hand for a moment, before handing it to you. Her mouth twists into a resentful frown. We've gained Rinko's coin purse. The small leather pouch jingles merrily with each step. It jingles merrily!
I will ask our chieftain to send a healer for that idiot Valian. Perhaps that will quiet his whimpering.
I have Rinko's coin purse and can return it to him at his home by the harbor.
By Nagate's light, spare me the attention of outsiders.
Alright, well we handled that.
May Amira's winds blow sweet.
Rest of the team, you guys can come along. Mariner's porridge. That's some nice fucking food. It's valuable, it has huge morale, and if you eat it when you rest, you get some sweet bonuses. Rest of the team? Maybe you want to join me up here? Our storm speakers protect us. Still, we are fewer after the storm. I'm not going to steal their fish. Look at this cool totem. See what comes of being soft, Mokeha. This one will not leave. Be elsewhere. You know, I'm not sure that I like the white for my character. Maybe I'll go with like a light violet. And then for my secondary color, go for like a dark violet. Or maybe white as my secondary? No. Or maybe dark violet is my secondary. See how that looks as I'm walking around. I kind of like that better. Sponge is a gateway drug. Gotta watch out for those sponges. Everything in here is stealing, I think. So, let's not steal the let's just look around, though. Look how cool this is. Look at all the detail and all the neat shit on the walls. And, like, look at this giant, like, awesome totem pole. And all these other things around. Look at how cool this rack of weapons even is. These are, like, specifically, like, tribal-looking weapons. It's not just, like, a generic... Even this chest, it looks like it's made out of, like, wicker or rattan or something. And this floor covering. All the details of the stuff in here is really fucking cool looking. Big like palm leaves.
What? You are joking.
I'll say the captain is quite handsome.
But sister, they are so small.
See what comes of being soft, Mokeha? This one will not leave. Be elsewhere. Alright. I think we're done here. I think we can safely...
Sure do like it.
I like the cloak better on her than him. Alright, how we doing on XP? Ooh. We're not that far off. When we turn this quest in, we might even level up. It did put in a lot of fine work, yeah. guess we're going back to Port Maje Harbor. We're gonna talk to Rinko. Lone Wolf cosplay achieved. Ah, Lone Wolf. What a guy. What if I came back here and they were dead?
Mama brings me stuff from her work sometimes. Real old stuff.
Ah, so she's some kind of archaeologist.
Most days I'd fire up the kettle for you or something. Sorry.
I spoke to Mokeha. She claims that she won fairly and you insulted her.
A surprise! The brute speaks! And you have survived the conversation in one piece. Merla. Perhaps my tongue was loosened by drink. What of it? Is any man who insults the savage's pride due a beating? The law is on my side.
Intimidate him. Might help if you didn't call them savages.
I refer only to Mokeha, that shark-faced harpy. May Andra's beasts feast upon her eyes.
Rinko thrashes feebly in his bed, one fist raised defiantly.
She cheated me. Are we to lose our home for the sake of Clario's alliance?
Yeah. Mokeha apologized and returned your money.
She what?
He eyes the coin purse in his hand, then angles a one-eyed glower up at you.
Let her apologize to my face, the shark spawn. Merla. What good is an apology? Does it fix my ear? Enough then. I am forgiving. You have what I asked for. I promised you a share of the coin. We leave it at that.
Got a little bit of Port Maje rep. Some copper.
You have saved my family, Aimika. I say it plain. Agrasima.
Gratitude. His head drops back onto the pillow, and he raises an arm in a weak gesture of farewell. Yay, we leveled up! We leveled up! We leveled up! It took some persuading, but I managed to get Mokeha to see reason. She and Rinko will never be fast friends, but this should at least keep things from souring further between the Valians and the Huana. And I leveled up! I leveled up! I leveled up!
I am feeling more like myself. Soon I will be on my feet.
Dare is going to go with more athletics. He's got quite a bit of survival. Maybe I don't need to raise that right now. No, fuck it. Let's roll with survival. Oh yeah, those peaceful resolution dings. Exactly. Alright, what's he gonna choose? Well, he's got the stances, he got Into the Fray. No, he doesn't have Into the Fray. He has Knockdown and Disciplined Barrage. So his choices are Into the Fray, which costs 2 Discipline to use. He can get... No. Determination's pretty nice. Confident Aim is pretty nice. Raises to hits with a proficient weapon, though. Fast Runner. Stride represents how quickly a character can run in combat, with higher scores covering more ground. I kinda like the idea of making him faster so he can close the gap and get into the fray more quickly. I gotta give him Determination, though. Bonus defense against intellect, perception, and constitution afflictions. We gotta give him that Determination. Ooh, so now we have a tough choice. Because right now he's using two things that he's not proficient with. He's using Hatchet. And if he became proficient in Hatchet, he could get interfering strikes. Or he can become proficient with Large Shield. Getting the ability called The Wall. Taking careful position behind the large shield significantly reduces incoming ranged weapon damage, as well as damage from attacks that target reflex. While active, you are unable to move. Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that. God, this block ability is so much better. I think we're going to take Hatchet proficiency. He's got 100 health now.
Yeah.
We're gonna use interfering strikes on him as well. Deflection's up to 55. Pretty good, I guess. And Shodi... more athletics probably would be good for her. Passive skills. I think we're going to keep going on religion with her. What is she going to take here? I don't know. She could take Suppress Affliction. I'll take Iconic Projection. I'm not going to build it into her AI script, though. It's just going to be something that I'll activate manually myself if I want to. Let's see. Well, she's already proficient in Hatchet and Small Shield, which is what her Lantern and her Sickle count as. What else would she... And she's proficient in Crossbow. What else might she even want to use? I don't know. What do these other modals do? Damage for deflection, bleeding wounds, lower will defense, lowering target's reflex, damaging target's armor, the cost of recovery time. Additional penetration. Penetrate armor more effectively. More penetration. Engage an additional foe. Increases accuracy at the cost of recovery. She could learn medium shield. She could learn arbalest. I really don't know. I guess I'll just take medium shield. And finally, there's me.
Oh.
Mechanics. And I think I'll go metaphysics this time. No, I'll go insight, and then I'll go metaphysics next time. I'm getting a lot of use out of insight. Okay. Well, I think the next thing I'm going to do... Oh, I get an ability for both, and I unlocked a new power level. Sweet. So I get a priest spell and a cipher spell. So for priest... What do I want? I want a buff of some kind, probably. But I don't want prayer for the body, because Shodi already has that. I could take holy Oh, I could call forth a holy flail. I don't want a holy flail for myself. I could take iconic projection as well. I could drop a pillar on motherfuckers. I could repulsing seal some fools. Holy meditation. A little bit of resolute. It's only 10 seconds though. I mean, it'll be a lot longer than 10 seconds for me with my intellect. It'll be like almost 20 seconds with my intellect, but still kind of a long cast time. What's the cast time on iconic? Also pretty fucking long. I'll take iconic projection. It's the only second level spell that has any healing component. Alright, and then I get a cipher ability. Ooh, cipher abilities. Mental Binding was one of my favorite ones from the first game. This makes a bunch of foes flanked. That's pretty nice. Mind Blades, I'm not going to take that. Recall Agony. Extra damage is raw damage. Makes myself steadfast. And target takes -2 resolve. Amplified Thrust. Does a pile of damage and pushes a dude. Mental Binding, though. Paralyzed. And it has a radius, and other people in the radius are immobilized. Overwhelms the target's mental ability to communicate with its own body, paralyzing it and causing its soul to emit a shockwave that can leave nearby enemies immobilized. I like it, but I think instead of taking that right now, I might take Draining Whip to upgrade my Soul Whip to regenerate even more focus. So I'm going to start with Draining Whip, and then next level I'll get Mental Binding. What weapon do I want to learn? Well, it's going to be something else ranged, and it's not going to be a gun. So I guess that means it's going to be a crossbow. Or a magical implement. I could learn a scepter. Hits interrupt targets. Arbalest does more damage, same penetration, same range, same attack time, but longer reload time. Minus crit damage. Hits to crits on crossbow. What does the Arbalest thing do? Hits knock the target prone. That's pretty fucking cool. I guess I'll learn Arbalest. Why not? Alright, so 150% focus gain with Draining Whip. I'm up to 43 hit points. I'm getting further and further behind Adair.
Certainly.
He doesn't need to adjust his... because all he took was a passive. And she doesn't need to adjust hers because I'm not going to have her use that as part of her AI package. And I'm not using AI, so we're good.
Indeed.
I'm keeping Papa company till he's better.
Well, now... oh, we can go back to Rinko. No, we just did that. We're literally in Rinko's house. We just finished the Rinko quest. Taka, Harvest Souls. Alright, everything wants me to go to the dig site now. There's no more side quests to be gained in the town. You know, let's go talk to the governor real quick. What did Captain Darmo have to say now?
Gods, I beg you, grant me a posting on the far side of the world.
Now that we've helped some people out around town, I wonder if the governor has anything new to say to us. I really doubt it, but you never know. Might be like, hey, I heard you did some good stuff in town. Here is a special bag of gold for you, and another quest. It's not going to happen, but it's worth taking a look.
Yes? Something you need?
No, there's nothing I need. Thanks, Gov. Those peaceful resolution dings. Gotta love them. Alright. Can't believe we're already level 4, and basically we haven't even hardly done anything.
Yeah?
Isn't he using a hatchet? Oh yeah, it only gives you the bonus versus melee specifically, so it doesn't show up on your deflection. So really his deflection is 58 versus melee. No special gold bag, I know, right, Jim? Sucks.
We have supplies here for the paying custom. Have a look.
Alright. We're gonna sell some shit. An extra hatchet, an extra hunting bow. Ooh, Arquebus is worth a lot of money. I'll keep some headwear around just in case I want to use it. Food and drink, other. I'm gonna hold on to the books. The reason I want to hold on to the books is because if I hold on to the books, anytime I find a book, I'll be able to verify whether or not I've already read it, based on whether or not it's in my inventory. If I sell the books, then later in the game, 100 hours into this playthrough, when I find this book, I won't remember whether I read it or not. And they don't sell for that much anyway. Could still sell Stinky Pete, but I guess I'm gonna keep him. Alright. That's all I can sell. I got 4,200. I'm gonna buy... I think I'm gonna buy this Ring of Minor Deflection. And Adair's gonna wear it. Now he's up to 57.
Swords! Shit!
I think I'm gonna buy this Physiker's belt also. And we're gonna put it on Shodi. Plus 10% healing done. So now what should happen when I look at her heal spell... Yep, shows it right there. Now it heals 45.2 health. 10% extra because of the Physiker's belt. I like it.
Yes?
How much does my heal for? Mine heals for 54.5 because I have that enormous buff from Dawnstar's Blessing.
I shall.
Cool. Alright, we're done in this town. For now. It's time to go back out and explore the rest of the island. Let us leave town on foot. Dude, that's a big town if it takes you almost 2 hours just to walk out of town. Alright, back to the other map. So here's my world map so far. I guess the world map's not that ludicrously big. If this one island takes up this much of it, maybe the world map's not actually that big. Within Dig Site, Valario's Rest, Port Mage. Akura Pass, Valario's Rest. Let's go check out that burial site. Now, if I wanted to, I can just... Oh, that's cool. If I don't want to navigate back to the port myself, I could just click on this and my character would just start going there. Except, I don't actually want to do that. Let's burial site it up. Huana tribes traditionally heap their dead onto pyres or give their bodies to the deep sea, but mounds like these suggest that rongas of honor, wealth, and distinction were buried nearby. Looks like we're gonna fight some undead. You know how this goes. At least we're at full sail health. That's good to know. You go back to exploring the burial site. Let's keep searching this location. You continue poking around the burial site for anything useful. 4 hours passed. And find a weapon beside the remains. You've gained a rod. Item was put into your stash. 4 hours passed. Find nothing. 2 hours passed. Find a ward stone nestled among the offerings. Gained a sigil of pain ward stone. Keep searching. Keep searching. I found 3 scrolls of minor healing. You've rummaged through the whole burial site. There's nothing left but the dead. Dude, we just found some shit. Scrolls of minor healing are good. I want Shodi to have those. What is this thing? The glyph emblazoned on this ward stone provides protection from any sigil associated with the symbol. Immunity to sigil of pain attacks. Alright. It's just a plain rod, huh? Okie doke. Nice archaeologizing. Yeah, also known as grave robbing. But you know, who's counting? Is there anything else down here? No. Let's go check out the Upoho Waro Woods. Thick woodlands spread to the east of Port Maje, slowing your travel. Birds flitter above you and insects drone incessantly. The path eventually gives way to a game trail, then to no path at all. You find a curiously marked tree, the bark gouged away in a pattern. The striations seem to run upward, from right to left, just shy of vertical. Let's examine the markings. Survival and perception. So, she's amazing at perception. She has a 20. But she has no survival. He's amazing at survival, but he doesn't have that much perception. It's probably best to choose 7 survival guy over 20 perception. Yeah. Except I can actually get group assist on the survival, right? Let's try to do it myself. Yeah, because see, I have 4 survival with party assist. So. The depth and width of the gashes suggest the tusks of a boar, and the curled tufts of brown fur you find wedged into the scored wood confirms the supposition. You notice a sigil carved lightly into the wood, so faint as to be almost imperceptible. Let's use history to identify the symbol. He's got 2 in history, I've got 1. Shodi squints at the carving and frowns. Looks Huana. 3 overlapping circles. Can't say beyond that. A quiet rustling in the underbrush draws your attention northward, deeper into the forest. I don't really want to do any of these things. I don't really want to hide, or flee, or call out. Hello? Someone there? The sound approaches, and a tall Amawa appears through the vegetation. Matted red hair frames his head, while boar hides drape his form. Stranger still, several wild boar attend him, their hackles up as they snort at you. This sounds like I'm about to get my ass kicked. Several wild boar with him? Several boar! Does not sound like a good day for me. Several boar. Okay, so it doesn't immediately launch into combat. We might actually get a chance to have a peaceful talk with this guy. Adair perks up at the sight of the boars, alternately imitating their grunts and chuckling. Only at length, in what appears to be a heel-dragging afterthought, does his attention at last turn to the strange man in their midst. Dirt darkens the folds of the man's skin. His lips curl over jagged teeth. He waves the stick at you.
No, never talk. Just go. Leave this forest. Go leave these islands. Go return from where you've been.
Zadirin is halting, the language thick in his mouth. Alright, so I could try to Nox bluff him. We could just attack, I could leave. Or we can try to be diplomatic. I mean you no harm. Can't we just talk?
Said as if a word never hurts a person.
The man shakes his head.
You go. Speak quickly then. Your words disturb this place.
What are you doing out here with all of these boars?
Learning. The boar teach much about survival if one listens, if one watches. So sing. So say those who know.
He frowns. Those who know, who would that be?
This question helps neither of us, I say.
He shakes his head roughly. I can use my religion skill. Well, it sounds like you're speaking of Galawain.
Always you foreign sorts speak of your changing god. I say you know nothing of change, and less of the hunt.
Yamawa snorts. So, about those boars of yours.
What of them, then?
Could I get some pork? Okay, that's gonna lead to a fucking fight. Do you mind if I eat one of your sacred boars? Why do these boars matter so much to you?
Then I need a reason. I say I do not. That is plenty reason.
He rests a hand on one of the creature's heads, scratching it lightly behind the ear. The pig snorts and nuzzles the man's leg. I'd like a boar of my own. Don't suppose you've got one to spare?
They are not mine to give, nor yours to take. You want a boar, friend. You go make your own.
Makes sense. Look, I just want to pass through this forest.
No, your sort always want. This forest is not yours. This land is not yours. Go, leave.
I'm feeling good right now. I just raised my insight to 3. I could use survival. Use intimidate. But that 3 insight that I just raised, and I was going to put it in metaphysics instead. Oh, I feel good. I'm not here to take from these lands. I'm here to protect them. The man frowns, then pulls a leather-wrapped pouch from within his belongings. Hands shaking, he hands it to you. You've gained an item, Wise Teeth Necklace. This necklace is crafted from the teeth of an Amawa sage. Some of the more superstitious Huana tribes believe that a person's learned wisdom is held not in the mind or heart, but their teeth. This small fetish may hold some understanding. That is nice! That is a nice-ass necklace. Intellect and history and insight. Oh, that's so fucking cool that I got this necklace because I had insight of 3.
Then go, take this. They protect you if you speak true. They tear out your throat if no.
He dismisses you with a wave. And I didn't have to fight Old Druid and his young boar. Wait, he only has one boar with him? They were all like, he's got a bunch... Oh, he's got 2 boars. Okay. Oh, he's got... Oh, shit. He's got boars everywhere. This would not have been a boring fight. Oh. What? Our resting buff is gone already? I thought it lasted until next rest. And my blessing is gone already? No pork sandwiches though. That's true, Jim. That's true. No pork sandwiches. Alright. I think I'm gonna wear this necklace here. What's my intellect? It's 19. If I wear this, did it in fact go up to 20?
That will do nicely.
It did. And then Shodi can wear the religion necklace. Now her religion is up to 6. Perfect.
Certainly.
Mind if we look around, Old Druid?
Always wanting more. I've given you what you asked for. You go now.
Anything we can loot around here? Looking to steal some of your plants, man. I mean, I could have also gotten the necklace probably by just killing him. But 3 insight gets you to 4. Well played. Yeah. There's an old battleground up here. I literally passed through that woods out of existence. It isn't always easy to judge who fought or why, but what belongings the dead leave behind is a legacy that anyone can claim. I'm pretty sad that we lost our in-resting buff so quickly. I thought it was going to last till the next rest. You find a field strewn with ancient corpses. It must be site of a battle that happened long ago. There might yet be something salvageable among the fallen. No, there's no alignment good-evil. What's up, Cuddly Panda? Welcome. There's dispositions, though, which are different personality traits that you gain based on what you do, and people will react to them. And as a priest, there's certain ones that will increase my power and will decrease my power because they'll be the ones that line up with my god. So, like, I'm supposed to be benevolent and honest, and not be cruel or shady or something like that. As a kid, I was lawful good. Now I'm chaotic neutral. LOL. I was never lawful. I've always been chaotic. I'd like to think I'm chaotic good, but take some time to explore the battlefield and find a bundle of unused scrolls bearing arcane runes and incantations. We got a scroll of Winter Wind. Continue to poke about, find nothing. You've wandered the length of the battlefield. There's nothing left of any value. I doubt we're going to use these. We'll just sell these scrolls of Winter Wind. You think I'm more on the good side than you? Well, thanks. The rice farm. Let's go back to the rice farm and buy a bunch of rice, since it's so cheap here. There's only 4 here. I should buy all that rice. Should I buy all that rice? Yes, I should buy all that rice. I bought all your rice. And what else am I doing with my life? Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna look at something in Encyclopedia. It's not combat mechanics. Tools. You may find a variety of simple and specialized tools and be removed from inventory when they're used. Okay. I was just curious about that. Can't wait to play it myself. Hey, Schiff, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a bit. Welcome. Wonder if there's more to loot if you raise certain skills high enough. That is entirely possible, Schiff. Can't wait to play it myself. It's really fun so far. I'm quite enjoying it. Uncle Eothas brand rice. It's a 1,000,000 copper idea. Here's the actual footsteps of the giant statue Eothas that you can follow on the map. That's pretty neat. Okay. Well, let's see what's in Wakura Pass. You try to be good, but you failed enough times to not qualify as such anymore. Thus neutral on that axis for me. I like the world map, it's cozy. Yeah. I might rest, just to get some food buffs on, and find out how long they actually last. If they actually last until the next rest, or if they go away after X number of hours. I wonder if it'll tell me that in the encyclopedia. Tell me about food. Required to rest. No clear injuries. Provide bonuses to a character after resting. Tell me about resting. Ooh, I can shift click actions to queue them. That's good to know. Tell me about resting. Rest bonuses. Rest bonuses always last until the next time the character rests. Fucking lies! Lies! Because I got rest bonuses from the inn, and that shit did not last until the next time I rested, because I haven't rested. I kind of want to just test something real quick. Let's quick save, which I think I just did. Let's rest. And let's use some of these food buffs, right? So let's say... minus 10% damage taken for everyone. Yay! Let's all feast on some rice. Rice feast time. We have a nice campfire. Alright, now, we should have the buff from that now. We do. We have rice as a buff on all of us. Now we're gonna go... just like waste a bunch of time. That does not waste very much time. This is where my ship is. So we have the rice buff on us. Let's try waiting. Oh, we can wait till midday, dusk, or dawn. Let's try waiting for 26 hours. Is it gonna slowly tick down each hour? Ooh, apparently I have to pay my crew. How much crew money do I have? Oh. I'm only paying my crew 2 coins per day, and I've got 2,400. I'm not really tripping. Supply food, supply drink. Does not seem to be actually doing anything yet, because we're not actually on the ship, I think. So we've rested. It says 8 hours. 26 hours passed. We still have our buff. Let's rest some more. So we're paying wages, but we're not using up food and drink on the ship. We still got rice. One more time. Are you still reluctantly handling that ship, or has it grown any? Well, I haven't actually fixed the ship yet, so I haven't been able to sail anywhere yet. And we still got all the rice buff. Alright, well if that's the case... If that's the case, and the resting buff from an inn go away, but the resting buffs from food do not, then let's see what foods I want to use. First of all, can we make any foods? We cannot make any foods. Okay. If we were to rest right now, what buffs do we want? 2 perception, 2 con, -1 dex, -15% damage taken is pretty fucking great for the tank. One con from an egg, 25% healing received. 1 resolve if you eat some hagfish. Recovery time. 2 con, 1 might. Mariner's porridge, that's expensive. 2 perception, 2 dex, 2 might. 10% minus damage taken. 2 resolve. Action speed. Intellect, max health. 15. I should eat that because my health is so fucking low. Let's just eat some rice, I think, on Adair. And for Shodi... I think Shodi's gonna eat some pork. And I think I should eat the tar loaf. Maybe they're tied to real time rather than in-game time. Well, the game itself claims that they last until you next rest. But the buff from the inn did not do so. Alright. That's pretty good. Now we should have those buffs until we rest again. So see, now I have a nice 58 health. I'm not quite as squishy. She's got 14 might now. And he's got a damage reduction buff. Wakura Pass. The trail before you seems thoroughly disturbed by erratic tracks, the sparse plants to the immediate sides of the path roughly mangled. A struggle may have occurred here. Let's search the area. It's perception and survival again. I'm gonna try mine because with party assist... See, this should show your survival with party assist. It takes you only a few moments to make sense of the chaos. No blood spatters suggest it was not a fight, and you easily identify the clawed prints of Zaryps. The tracks seem recent. A dry and ropey vine has been pulled taut across the path and inexpertly covered in dirt. Beyond, a group of robed figures cringe and cower at a nearby river's bend. Each is frozen in place, ashen and gray, like statues crafted of soot. Let's disarm that trap. Though the trap seems simple, you take care as you disarm it and collect its component parts. Got a corrosive cloud trap. Let's continue cautiously forward. You continue down the path without further interference. Wait. No, I want to search for the Zaryps. Hold the fuck on. Save scummin', save scummin'. On the world map, I'm save scummin'. You hear a series of quiet chirps and growls ahead, and make out the movement of small forms through the undergrowth. Let's sneak closer to observe. Ah, Zaryps. I remember them. They're the kobolds of this world. You creep closer, parting the grass for a better view. A handful of Zaryps hiss and snap at one another, shaking their spears in their scaled fists. They stand over the apparent source of their argument, a small pile of loot, likely stolen from other travelers. So if you're a ranger, you can do that. Ooh, I can use a cipher thing on them. I mean, that doesn't really seem like what my character would do, but it's kind of cool that I have a special option because I'm a cipher. Scatter them with magic, ambush and attack, stoke their anger. Scatter them with magic. Let's scatter them with magic. I scattered them with magic. Oh, I can scatter them with iconic projection. So can she. Cool. Shodi gathers essence around them before hurling a blast of mystic power among the Zarups. They belt out hissing cries as they flee from the sudden magical force. With the Zarups gone, you're able to collect what they left behind. You discover a few coins, a tattered cloak, and an old stiletto. 9 copper, alright, and a cape, and a stiletto. Like, non-magical, just plain shit, huh? Does anybody want to wear a cape? Do I want to wear a cape? Well, I'll wear it for now. What's this? Some repair supplies just kind of laying here. Well, there's nothing else to do on this island, I don't think, except for go to this dig site. And grab some fruit. A lot of fruit. Alright, this is the main story area. So we're continuing the main quest now. Just gained a bunch of XP just for showing up here. I've reached a massive dig site, centered on some Ingwithan ruins. It's clear by the massive footprints in the area that Eothas has come through here, and not without wreaking the same kind of devastation he left behind him at Cadnua. I'd better look around. Maybe I can find out what he was after. I've reached the dig site Clario described. Eothas has definitely been through here, which means the chances of finding anyone alive just got a lot smaller. If I can at least find Odorisi's corpse, that should be enough to satisfy Clario's request. Okay, that's how fucking big the footprints are. That's the size of just one toe. So that shows you how fucking huge this thing is.
Uh-huh.
We got some Ratiti root. That classic Pillars of Eternity music. Some more Ratiti root. Some more Ratiti root. Dude, if we needed Ratiti root, we're finding a shitload of it. Some river reed. We can climb down this ladder right here. There's an ancient training hall. Man, plants galore. We got rahi pods, we got river reed, we got a giant statue. Although a much smaller statue than the Eothas one, obviously. Cuddly Panda, for fuck's sake. You should have a lot more viewers Is it possible to ask Twitch to feature you? I don't know what that means. But, thank you. I don't know that Twitch ever features anybody that's like such a tiny streamer as me, though. To put you on the front page. Yeah, but why would they do that? Well, I don't know what they go. I have no idea how they do their stuff, but
Watch your weight.
Shodi bends double, hands resting briefly on her knees before she wipes sweat from her brow. Huffing to catch her breath, she glances up to you with a bright smile.
If you'll spare me a minute, I'd like to perform a last rite for these poorly departed souls.
She reaches for the lantern on her hip. Oh, these are the people that have been turned to ash that we read about.
Please, Watcher. Without my guidance, they might have a hard time finding the light.
What happens if they can't find the light?
They'll be lost, never making it to hell and back. Or they'll wander and eventually find their way, lifetimes after they should have.
Her jaw takes on a determined set and she straightens, ready to work.
That's supposing they ain't a follower of Eothas. What do you reckon happens to them folks in hell when the god of rebirth is deader than a doornail?
Of course, I'll allow it.
Mighty kind of you.
She grins happily. With 2 intense strides forward, she unsheathes her sickle and lantern, fluidly swinging each in a series of well-practiced movements. Chanting, whirling, weapon slicing the air, Shodi's voice lilts and falls in an invocation, a summons to any departed lingering in the area.
This here's a final call for all souls. Last stop for the lost. Gather round now, I'll cut you loose and haul you into the light.
This character's funny. Time for the afterlife, y'all! Swinging the lantern faster and faster, Shodi plants her thighs wide and then thrusts her arms up high overhead. The lantern rattles in her grip, and the light from within flares blindingly bright. In the silence of your held breath, it almost seems like a soul should sift up from within one of the corpses,